It's just being earnest. Right here, right now. Tekashi69 is what's hot.
He's snitching.
He's singing like Luther Vandross.
That's what's hot in the news right now.
But I don't understand why people are so surprised, as I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
From the jump, people have been calling Tekashi69 fake. When I first heard him, I thought he was fake. I don't understand the whole New York gang culture, but I knew he was fake, and everybody was saying it. He was hot. His music was hot on the streets.
Yep.
Everybody's even selling out shows. People going crazy. He's trolling. All of this, and people the whole time are saying he's fake. He's this. He's that.
Yes.
Why are you so in an uproar that he's snitching? You knew he was fake.
Should have seen this the whole time.
Come on.
I think people are. I want to say that people are more in an uproar because they think he's hurting the culture.
I don't think so at all.
Of hip hop.
I don't think he's hurting hip hop culture at all. Have you seen some of the things that have happened in hip hop culture?
Well,
you crazy.
Fair.
You think that a guy who was fake from jump and everybody knew was fake, he had rainbow colored hair, he would say it himself, you getting dissed by the guy with rainbow colored hair. It was like some wrestling WWE type of stuff. And they was out here busting in the air and making threats on camera and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he says he says blood and he says cuz because he's cool with both Bloods and Crips in New York. The only person I've ever heard of being cool with both Bloods and Crips is Nipsey Hussle.
Well, no, I mean they're all cool with each other. I mean, there's a lot of them that are cool with each other and grew up with each other, but they're just from different sets. But that's not a.
How can be a Blood in New York?
That's the thing is I don't
understand that.
I would like somebody from New York to chime in on how gang culture even works there and why even have it.
Right.
Why even have it? You know, it's just like I
thought being Blood was a California thing.
Being a Blood and a Crip is a California thing. And then in Chicago they got GDs and Vice Lords and all that, Gangster Disciples and Vice Lords and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But that's just crazy to me that like in places like New York and like Atlanta and stuff, they have like Bloods and Crips there now. And it's like, why? Why are you making up gangs
It's
now?
just...
That haven't been there. Gangs, you haven't had gangs since, you know what I mean, since the Bloods and Crips came out in the 70s and the 60s.
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah, that I don't understand.
Community revolution in progress.
That's what Crip stands for.
That's what Crip stands for. So there's structure and there was meaning at the beginning of it all.
Right.
I don't know what's up with all this other stuff. These Bloods. Why you want to be a gangster?
It's a fair question.
You're a rapper. Yeah. What do you want to be a gangster for?
Right.
Now you're telling. Of course you're gonna be telling.
Well, apparently, according to Tekashi and according to these people as well, is that there's
Daniel Ramirez or Daniel Hernandez, right?
His first name's Daniel.
Yes.
Damn it.
It's all good, man. A lot of people named Daniel.
That's true. According to him, Cardi B is a Blood, and according to Cardi B, she's a Blood.
Which she said.
Why did she go out and say that?
Hold on. So clarify what you're saying.
So earlier
today in the testimony, he testified that Cardi B was a member of the 9 Trey Bloods.
Yes.
Right? So afterwards, later on, 21 minutes later, the publicist comes out and says Cardi B is not a gang member, never has been. You know, she's
correct,
a pop star or whatever. And then Cardi B comes out 37 minutes after that and says, I am a blood, but I'm part of the Brims, not the 9 Trey.
Why does she do that?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Because it's in her music, it's documented that she was promoting the fact that she was a blood, but again, in music you could even you could still lean on the fact that like, oh, it's art portrayal and just paying tribute to the art and her creation and all that stuff. But when you go out and say that after a testimony from Tekashi, now it's like, now they're watching you.
When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things.
What is that from?
Corinthians. That's from the Bible.
Oh, coming through with the Bible verses.
That's from the Bible. That was a cold verse in the Bible. And this is, it kind of reminds me of what's happening right now. Because it's just like, okay, you're young and you want to be in a gang. I get it. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Right? You're a kid. I get it. But you're a parent. You got, you got a whole career.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to be a gangster for? That doesn't make any sense.
Why? Yeah.
That's what got Tupac killed.
Powerful.
What are you trying to be a gangster for? You don't need to be a gangster. You're an established star. You not learn anything?
Right. The way that they're looking at Tekashi, when I first saw it, it was pretty whack. He's telling on everybody. That's just inherently whack
Blicky
to me.
with the stiffy. That's what he say in one of his rhymes. Blicky with the stiffy. I don't know what that means. I don't know what he mean either.
Okay.
But that's what he say though.
But yeah, at the same time though, could you really argue that you wouldn't be doing the same thing if you were in that situation with the feds?
Could I argue that I wouldn't?
You as the general you. As the public. Can the public really argue that they wouldn't do the same shit? I
would never be in a situation where I'm trying to be with some gang members doing gang member stuff. So I don't know. I can't relate.
I don't know.
I'm a civilian.
Right.
I'm a civilian. You understand me?
Yeah.
If you do some shit right outside in front of me and it's wrong and somebody get hurt and the police ask me what happened, I'm telling.
Yeah.
Word. I'm a civilian. I'm not in this gangster stuff. You need to get that shit away from my house.
Right. I think it's different because the fact that so many there are bigger things at play that he's implicating people. But I think for the average person that's going online and typing up like oh, what a bitch, like wow, what a snitching and all this stuff, like who are you?
What are you gonna do?
I bet you'd probably be snitching.
What are you gonna do when Tekashi gets out? Are you gonna run down on him? Is that what you're gonna do?
I don't think so.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
What's really gonna happen?
Yeah.
I understand. I can't. I understand the people who get angry.
Yeah.
Right? Because they probably been in a situation where somebody told on them that was in doing the dirt with them.
Yeah.
If somebody doing the dirt with you, somebody's committing crimes with you.
Yeah.
And then they tell on you. That's different, right?
Yeah.
That's what Tekashi's doing.
Yeah, and that's whack.
Yeah, that's whack.
That's super whack.
So I understand why those people who have been in situations like that, or been in the penitentiary, I understand why they angry.
Yeah, it's like you all have blood on your hands, and you think it's a pact.
Yeah, but he was up there talking.
I'm telling.
Well, and it was like he was just answering questions.
Yeah, but still telling.
He was definitely telling. He's gonna probably get out, but I don't know when. He's gonna get some time though. I don't know.
Well, when he does get out, he needs to go into witness protection.
Whatever. He's gonna get on some reality.
What do you mean? You don't think he's gonna be safe outside?
Who's gonna get him?
Well, all the other people all the real gangsters that he's implicating.
He could just go relocate. And then, get on reality TV. He's gonna be on heavy surveillance.
I don't know, man. I think
have a bunch of cameras around you all the time. Get a reality TV show.
Oh, that's true. If he has a bunch of cameras on, it's not like somebody's gonna do something. But I don't know, man.
People will do something if they want to do something, but ain't nobody want to do nothing. People are so whack out here, man. I'm telling you, people are so whack out here. People be telling all the time. I be looking at it on the internet all the time. People be talking about. People be telling. You know, somebody always talking about somebody telling. What Lenny say on the intro to the last one, man? This motherfucker's been snitching all the fucking time. Didn't he say that
he did.
On the last one, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the dawn of time.
Come on. People been snitching since the dawn of time.
Snitches been around since Judas.
Y'all out here in an uproar. Are you in an uproar or is it funny to you? Because the people who acting like they're tough, like, he's snitching. Like TMZ is whack. TMZ, the biggest snitches in the world.
Yeah.
Over here calling Tekashi a snitch in their headlines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Snitch time and all of that. Mm-hmm. TMZ doing that shit. It's like, damn, y'all the biggest snitches in the world, man. Did all this they using TMZ stuff as testimony.
They make a living off being a snitch.
You know? And that's funny. This is the big media circus right now, the Tekashi thing.
Could you make an argument that all the rappers that are trying to portray themselves as real gangsters are not real gangsters?
For the most part. Yeah. For the most part.
Because a real gangster would not have snitched.
You can always tell. I'm saying there's certain lyrics that certain rappers say, you know, or the certain ways they carry themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like Snoop, there's a certain way he carry himself from the beginning. I'm not talking about Snoop now. He's an old man father and all of that, but he has those. He's real gangbanger, real gangster.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? All those guys.
He has receipts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I can't say I would say that about, you know, like Dr. Dre. I couldn't say that about him, but I could say it about like somebody like Snoop, you know, or somebody like Ice-T, or somebody or somebody like Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is a real. You know what I mean? He went out like that.
Yeah, Ice-T got the nod from Fillmore too.
Right. But it's some real ones out there.
Yep.
It's some real ones out there, but I mean, you always hear tales of people snitching. Mm-hmm. Right? You always hear tales. You always hear tall tales. They're tall tales because you can't prove them. And I don't even want to say those people's names because you can't prove them. So and they're big time rappers.
Yeah, it's all alleged.
Right, it's all alleged. So, you know, this Tekashi thing is like a big circus. It's a bullshit case.
Yeah.
There's no bodies. There's no kilos. You know, only person that was hurt was Tekashi. Mm-hmm. There was all.
Well, but now other people are implicated now.
No, I'm talking about they're talking about his kidnapping.
Oh yeah.
His kidnapping because he was kidnapped and beat up and they got that on video. You know, and they got that on video, you know, and that's, you know, it's why he's telling. I mean, you could think he's a young kid who's not really a gangster, but he's around these guys. He's doing gangster shit or trying to do gangster shit or portraying to do gangster shit, and they're being tapped by the feds. Mm-hmm. They're being tapped by the feds and just getting them talking about stuff.
Yep, we've already heard a phone call from Jim Jones. Jesus.
Talking about we gotta super violate him.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. And they're talking about super violate, meaning cause bodily injury or death.
Yeah.
You know, come on, Jim Jones. You didn't know they're tapped though. You know, so you got this kid doing all of this stuff. And then, right? And then his manager, who just got 15 years, Shoddy is his name. The manager smashed his baby mama, Tekashi baby mama.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, smashed her, and you know, and then those same people, it was his bodyguard that kidnapped him. His bodyguard that kidnapped him and beat him up and all of that stuff.
Word?
So yeah, this super violate stuff, you know what I mean? Like all of this stuff is
whoa.
Yeah, so I mean, He's telling.
His bodyguard helped kidnap him.
Yep, and his manager smashed his baby mom.
God damn.
Before he told or did anything.
Crazy.
All he did, all I know from what I was just watching at the time everything was happening.
Yeah.
When he went on the Breakfast Club, he said, "Oh, I'm not with Treyway no more," and all that. That was when he was doing that. That's probably when he found out about the,
Jesus. Bodyguard helped kidnap him. Manager smashed his baby mama. Jim Jones said he needs to be super violated, and Cardi B revealed that she's a blood. It's like a movie, man.
This is silly.
This is fucking crazy.
This is what's popping off on the web right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, but this is what's popping today.
Yes.
And it's going to be popping for a little bit until this is over, until he's sentenced. So we'll see. He's just giving up a lot of information, but they asking him the questions and he's answering them. He's not saying, nah, he's not beating around the bush. He's giving the answer.
Right.
And you can read the transcripts. I forgot what the website is. When we come back, we'll give you the website. You can check the transcripts. And we're going to take a break and come back. Just being earnest. All right, we are back in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know what? We're not going to throw that website on there. Mainly because I didn't feel like looking for it again. And by the time this show comes out, everybody would have already seen it anyway. And they'll hear all the information by the time this comes out. But I just want you to hear our thoughts on what happened with Tekashi. It's like everybody already knew he was fake.
Yep.
But now you're seeing that he's fake and you're like, trying to talk tough on the internet. Chill out. Everybody, chill out. Tekashi has got to live in shame with tattoos on his face.
This is true.
Okay? So just chill out, everybody.
That man has 69 tattooed on his forehead.
All over himself.
Jesus.
So, and he's got to live his life that way. But, that's him.
Yeah.
We're going to end the show with the news. There was a news, a small woman. Is that what you call them? A small, tiny person? Can you pull up the article of the tiny
small
person?
Woman? Oh, I know what article you're talking about.
Yeah, I believe it's...
little person.
A little person, little woman. Right? She's about 3'9", adult film star. I believe she goes by the name Bridget the Midget.
That is true.
What is the website that was?
Oh, here we go. TMZ. Porn star Bridget the Midget arrested for allegedly stabbing boyfriend.
Bridget the Midget. She stabbed him. What happened? Does it say what happened?
Law enforcement sources tell us that they were called to a home in Vegas early Wednesday after a neighbor heard them screaming and breaking glass. When they made contact with Miss Powers.
Bridget Powers, okay. Mm-hmm. Bridget Powers. So we don't have to call her Bridget the Midget. We could call her Bridget Powers.
There we go. Yeah. Discovered that she and her boyfriend just finished a vicious spat. Boyfriend was bleeding profusely from the leg. But
she hit him in the leg with the yacht. Bang, right in the leg.
Yeah, if it was an artery, you'd bleed out from that.
Yeah, man.
Die.
Yeah, unfortunately. She's probably leg length, so she's standing up. He talking crazy. She hit him with the thing. You picturing it?
Yeah, because I picture it just standing up and the leg is just right there.
She's 3'9".
Yeah.
I saw one of her films. I mean, I fast forwarded through it.
Adult films.
It was an adult. It's an adult film.
You checked it out. You did some.
I did some in-depth research.
You did some research.
It was super strange. I watched the first 3 seconds. It was like a 10-minute video. So I watched the first 3 seconds. That's what that was about. It's like, nah. Yeah, and went to the 5 minute, and then saw the finish off.
I wonder how.
It was very strange. I
Is
just feel dirty and nasty that you even watched that. I had the biggest smile on my face when it popped up.
I wonder what midget porn is like. Did it? Because you know how porn would be having like stories and shit. Did it start off with the camera started like at face level and then it goes down and it
wasn't like nothing comical.
Oh, okay.
Right, but when it started, it was very much like all of the jokes and stereotypes you hear. All of that stuff was happening. So that's all I could say. It's weird.
Okay.
I'm not gonna call it gross or anything. You know, some people like that, but it's very, very strange. Not my cup of tea.
Right.
You know,
I feel like that's a very niche market.
Yeah, very niche market. You know, I like my women 4'10" and above.
Yeah. What are we doing?
We're talking about Bridget the Midget stabbed her boyfriend. She's out of control. She's got to go do time. And what is time like that? You know, what if they make her take the top bunk? That would be so whack. You know?
Oh man,
I would be so whack.
That's a hard life.
If she got to take the top bunk.
If she got the top bunk.
If she got the top bunk in jail though, they ain't got no stairs on them things. So you gotta be leaping.
I wonder what kind of gang she joins in prison.
Well, she's pretty vicious. She don't take no shit.
She did stab a motherfucker.
Yeah, he was bleeding profusely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the adult film industry is not a light one. People don't make it out of there. Nice and healthy, nice pension plan. Like, it's a rough life.
Yeah,
it's like living it's like a street life.
Yeah, we heard of a famous.
Have you seen Jenna Jameson lately?
Jenna Jameson? No, I forgot completely about Jenna Jameson.
Exactly, she don't even look like Jenna Jameson. If you seen her, you would be like, that's not Jenna Jameson.
Hey Siri, Jenna Jameson 2019.
Okay, I find this on the web for Jenna Jameson 2019.
Jenna Jameson. Okay,
check it out.
Let's see what she looked like here.
Yeah, so you can see she doesn't even look like the same person. She looked like that life is just a little too rough. And she owned her own company.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
She
owned her own company and everything. And so it looked like, okay, she's balling, she doing it like this, but really that's a rugged life to be just smashing on strangers like that. Sucking hella dicks. I mean, excuse my language. I know that's very vulgar. I shouldn't be saying that on YouTube.
Oh man. Oh Jesus.
You know? So it's rough, man. It's a rough life. It's like living in the street life. So she might be able to hold her own. She definitely gonna have to do some time or some community service or something. He probably gonna forgive her. She's probably the breadwinner. I'll stab you. Only reason because he didn't call the cops. The only reason why the cops came is because
people heard shit.
People heard it going down.
Yeah.
He's probably like, "Oh, you stabbed me!
I'm bleeding profusely.
I'm bleeding profusely from my leg." You know, Bridget the Midget.
Yeah.
Bridget, what's her last name? Storm?
Powers. Bridget Storm, that's like a superhero name.
Bridget Powers. Yeah, well, you know, I hope she's all right. You know?
Hope the dude is okay, too. He got stabbed in the leg.
He's fine. Man, he's a freak, man. He's a freaky, man. You know? Dirty Ern and Dan, we out of here. Peace.
He a freaky man.